Daniel Irvin Rather Jr. is an American journalist, commentator, and former national evening news anchor. He began his career in Texas, becoming a national name after his reporting saved thousands of lives during Hurricane Carla in September 1961. Born, October 31, 1931, age 92 years, Wharton, Texas, United States. Spouse, Jean Goebel M. 1957. Children, Robin Rather, Dan Jack Rather. Parents, Byrl Veda Page, Daniel Irvin Rather, Sr. Siblings, Donald Eugene Rather, Patricia Rather. Education, Sam Houston State University, B.A. Dan Rather, net worth $70 million. Early life. Rather was born on October 31, 1931, in Wharton County, Texas, the son of Daniel Irvin Rather Sr., a ditch digger and pipe layer, and the former Byrl Veda Page. The Rathers moved to Houston when he was a child, where Dan attended Lovett Elementary School and Hamilton Middle School. He graduated in 1950 from John H. Reagan High School in Houston. In 1953, Rather earned a bachelor's degree in journalism from Sam Houston State Teachers College in Huntsville, Texas, where he was editor of the school newspaper, the Houstonian. He was also a member of the Caballeros, the founding organization of the Epsilon Psi chapter of the Sigma Chi fraternity. While in college, Rather worked for KSAM FM radio in Huntsville, calling junior high, high school, and Sam Houston State football games. After obtaining his undergraduate degree, Rather briefly attended South Texas College of Law in Houston. In January 1954, Rather enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and was sent to the Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego. He was soon discharged, however, because he was found to have had rheumatic fever as a child, a fact he had omitted during the enlistment process. Early career. Rather began his journalism career in 1950 as an Associated Press reporter in Huntsville, Texas. Later, he was a reporter for United Press, 1950 to 1952, several Texas radio stations, and the Houston Chronicle, 1954 to 1955. Around 1955, Rather wrote a piece on heroin. Under the auspices of the Houston police, he tried a dose of the drug, which he characterized as a special kind of hell. He worked for 4 seasons as the play-by-play announcer for the University of Houston football team. During the 1959 minor league baseball season, Rather was the play-by-play radio announcer for the Texas League Houston Buffs. In 1959, Rather began his television career as a reporter for KTRK-TV, the ABC affiliate in Houston. He was subsequently promoted to the director of news for KTRK-TV, the CBS affiliate in Houston. In September 1961, Rather covered Hurricane Carla for KTRK-TV, broadcasting from the then National Weather Center in Galveston and showing the first radar image of a hurricane on TV. He conceived of overlaying a transparent map over the radar screen in order to show the size of Hurricane Carla to the audience. Convinced of the threat, more than 350,000 people evacuated from the area, the largest known evacuation to that time. Their actions are believed to have saved thousands of lives compared to the previous hurricane, which had killed 6,000 to 12,000 people. Rather's live coverage of Carla was broadcast by New York and national stations. Ray Miller, news director of KPRC-TV, the NBC affiliate in Houston, also mentored Rather in the early years. On February 28, 1962, Rather left Houston for New York City for a 6-month trial initiation at CBS. Rather did not fit in easily on the East Coast. His first reports for CBS included coverage of the crash of American Airlines Flight 1 in Jamaica Bay and a report on the suffocation of children at a hospital in Binghamton, New York. Shortly after, Rather was made chief of CBS's Southwest Bureau in Dallas. In August 1963, he was appointed chief of the Southern Bureau in New Orleans, responsible for coverage of news events in the South, Southwest, Mexico, and Central America. Personal life. Rather married Jean Goebel in 1957. They have a son and daughter and maintain homes in New York City and Austin, Texas. Their daughter Robin is an environmentalist and community activist in Austin. Their son Dan is an assistant district attorney in the district attorney's office in Manhattan, New York. Sam Houston State University renamed its mass communications building after Rather in 1994. The building houses the Houstonian and KSHU, the student-run radio and television stations. In May 2007, Rather received an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters from Siena College in Loudonville, New York, for his lifetime contributions to journalism. A columnist whose work is distributed by King Features Syndicate rather continues to speak out against alleged influence in journalism by corporations and governments. At a 2008 conference in Minneapolis, Minnesota, sponsored by the group Free Press, rather criticized both local and national news organizations, stating, according to reports, that there is no longer incentive to do a good and valuable news.